Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hereby call to order this 20th meeting of the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission. I ask that all of you stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I almost needed Cheryl's glasses there for a moment. Our first matter of business today on our agenda is the approval of the minutes for October 22nd, and I recognize Commissioner Place as the editor.
Thank you, Chairman. I've reviewed the minutes of the October 22, 2015 public meeting and move that they be approved as submitted.
Second.
A motion to approve the October 22nd minutes and a second by Vice Chairman Coleman. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0. Moving on to our agenda for public meeting, I call up Cheryl Walker Davis, our Director of the Office of Special Assistance, to lead us through the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Good morning. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Cheryl. May it please this Honorable Commission, on behalf of your various offices and bureaus, we present for your consideration and disposition the following agenda items, commencing this morning with matters on behalf of the Bureau of Audits. It is recommended that the Commission adopt the recommendation appearing on page 1 with regard to the PECO Energy Company's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Plan Cost and Reconciliation True-Up.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Powelson, second by Commissioner Whitmer. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
Turning now to matters presented by the Office of Special Assistance, commencing on page 2 of the public meeting agenda. In omnibus fashion, it is recommended that the Commission adopt the items appearing on page 2, starting with the recommendation in the complaint proceeding involving Sandra Claus versus Philadelphia Gas Works, continuing with the other items on pages 2, 3, and 4 through the first item pertaining to PPL's general rate increase proceeding.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Whitmer, second by Vice Chairman Coleman. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
With regard to the complaint proceeding involving Thomas Kilbasinski versus Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, Inc., there is the motion of Commissioner Place.
Do I have a motion to call up the staff recommendation for consideration?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Powelson, second by Vice Chairman Coleman to call up the staff recommendation for consideration. And I recognize Commissioner Place for his motion.
Thank you, Chairman. Before the Commission for consideration are the exceptions of Mr. Thomas Kilbasinski to the initial decision of Administrative Law Judge Katrina Dunderdale. The ALJ granted the motion of Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania Incorporated to dismiss the complaint, and the complaint was dismissed for failure to appear and prosecute. The complainant's exceptions to fail to provide a reason as a matter of law or fact to reverse the ALJ's decision. Therefore, I move that 1, the complainant's exceptions be denied and the initial decision be affirmed, and 2, the Office of Special Assistance prepare an order consistent with this motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Place, second by Commissioner Whitmer. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0. On the matter as amended by the motion, any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The staff recommendation as amended by the place motion passes 5-0.
Continuing with the presentation of items on behalf of the Office of Special Assistance, it is recommended in omnibus fashion that the Commission adopt the recommendations commencing with that in the proceeding pertaining to the application of Brent S. Anderson, TABA Trucking, Continuing with the remaining items on pages 5 and 6 through and including the recommendation involving the joint petition for approval of interconnection agreement of the Mahanoy and Mahatango Telephone Company, Sugar Valley Telephone Company, and Cellco Partnership.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Place, second by Commissioner Powelson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
On behalf of the Bureau of Technical Utility Services, commencing on page 7 of the public meeting agenda, we recommend the adoption of all recommendations on pages 7, 8, and 9 through and including the recommendation involving the letter of notification of the West Penn Power Company with regard to the transmission line tapped to the Columbia Pipeline Group Big Pine Compressor Station in Gilpin Township.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendations?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Coleman, second by Commissioner Powelson, excuse me. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
On behalf of the Law Bureau, on page 10 of the public meeting agenda, we recommend the adoption of all items appearing on page 10, commencing with the recommendation in the proceeding involving the petition for reconsideration with regard to the Commission's order pertaining to performance metrics and remedies, and concluding with the recommendation in the proceeding to adopt a proposed rulemaking order to amend and add electric safety regulations to Chapter 57 and Title 52 of the Pennsylvania Code.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendations?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Whitmer, second by Commissioner Place. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
That concludes the presentation of regular agenda items. Turning now to the carry-in agenda. On behalf of the Office of Special Assistance, it is recommended that the Commission adopt the recommendation in the proceeding involving Lackawaxen Telecommunications Services, Inc. and Blue Ridge Digital Phone Company.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Coleman, second by Commissioner Whitmer. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
On behalf of the Bureau of Technical Utility Services, it is recommended that the Commission adopt the recommendations in the commencing initially with the recommendation in the proceeding involving Metropolitan Edison Company Supplement Number 7 to Tariff Electric PAPUC Number 52, continuing with the remaining item on page 1 of the carry-in agenda, as well as the first 2 items on page 2 of the carry-in agenda, through and including the recommendation in the proceeding involving West Penn Power Company Supplement Number 5 to Tariff Electric PAPUC Number 40.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendations?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Place, second by Commissioner Powelson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
And it is recommended that the Commission adopt the Law Bureau's recommendation with regard to the petition of Johnstown Regional Energy, LLC.
Do I have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
So moved.
Do I have, well, I heard 2, so I'll go with the motion of Commissioner Whitmer, second by Commissioner Powelson. Thank you very much. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes 5-0.
Madam Chairman and Commissioners, that does conclude the presentation of agenda items.
Thank you. Before we close out our public meeting, I do want to recognize Commissioner Whitmer for a statement.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just have a brief statement. Just today, we are recognizing that November 2015 is National Critical Infrastructure Security and Resilience Month, which was proclaimed by President Obama. The recent events, including yesterday and today's National GridX exercise, as well as other events that have happened this week, show just how timely this observance of critical infrastructure security and resilience is. Critical infrastructure plays an integral role in all of our daily lives, whether it's water, electricity, natural gas, transportation, and communications. All of these sectors are interconnected, and our livelihoods depend on each one of them. It's crucial that we work together to not only protect our infrastructure, but to position ourselves for swift recovery in the event of an emergency. The PUC will continue to work closely with other agencies on the local, state, and federal levels to ensure that we are fully prepared to protect our critical infrastructure and sensitive information. And we continue to urge all of our utilities to review their all hazards, including cyber and physical, security plans, to exercise those plans and to continue to work to keep Pennsylvanians working, safe, and connected. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Whitmer. And that ends our public meeting. I will ask for people to stay around. We do have a special recognition for retirement here at the PUC. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.